What is going on, everybody? Got a quick video for you here. Since Title Update 4 is going live next week, I just wanted to address some balancing changes coming to the game. Therefore, this video serves as an addendum to the current Stop Hoarding series recently released for the Division 2. Like the game itself, my goal is to continue to update this resource to the best of my ability in order for it to stay relevant to changes as they happen. So with Title Update 4, we have several changes to address so that we all remain on the same page when it comes to what to keep and what to throw away. I will break this down by sections to reflect the videos themselves and to simplify the changes as a whole. And of course, timestamps in the description below. Starting off with gear score, it's still very relevant just up until you get within 10 or so gear score points from max gear score. That's when you start comparing available stats and stat values on gear and weapon damage and available weapon talents on weapons. The only place gear score still means nothing is gear mods, but boy did they ruin all the fun with their changes to generic mods in this new patch. And if that's why you're here, please feel free to skip ahead using the timestamps. For the rest of us, let's start with gear. There are no major changes to gear so far. Gear sets are still trash. And if you love gear sets, that's cool too. Just know that you're a very special person with a really big heart. And I'm sure you throw the best Christmas parties. As for the rest of us, fuck gear sets. I would be happy if they just reskinned all the gear sets from Division 1 and tossed them into Division 2 with new names and reworked bonuses. And I'm talking about the 4-piece old school gear sets. Classifieds would ruin this damn game. Classifieds were what the Division 1 needed at that point in its life cycle, but can we please go back to 4-piece gear sets? And since we're announcing exotic gear, can I please get a ninja bag or some skulls?
Hello, thank you for calling customer service.
Hello? Hello? Ubisoft, hello? God damn it. Now I will say gear sets, and for that matter purple gear, does have some utility as they tend to roll with insanely high attribute values. So before you toss them, make sure you glance at the stats on them. Maybe you can roll that stat onto something more beneficial to your build. In the description below is the link to the Division attribute sheet. This is the Bible when it comes to building. It's the Bible because you will always reach for it when you need guidance. I've tweeted about it and posted about it. It's in the description of all my videos on hoarding because it shows the values of everything. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Everything. So let me say it again. If you are a builder, this is your reference point. If you are a farmer, this is your reference point. If you are a streamer or a YouTuber, this is your reference point. If you play the Division, this is your reference point. Save that document because the information provided is data mined from the game itself, so nothing else matters and it takes precedence over everything else, even my own fucking content. That's how legit this is. That's right, if you're getting conflicting information from YouTubers and streamers, it's time to break out the Division Bible and get the answers you need. It might be a little confusing at first, but trust me, this is your best friend once you learn how to use it. And God bless the guys who did the footwork on this resource. Moving on to weapons, no major changes here either. Remember, gear score matters, but when you get within 10 or so gear score points from max gear score, it's time to start comparing damage rolls and weapon talents. At the time of recording, no new nerfs have been announced besides the Merciless, although this was fixed, with fixed in air quotes, during a maintenance patch and not as a result of balancing for Title Update 4. I just wanted to make sure it made the list of trash weapons going forward. Rest in peace, son. You'll be missed by many. Lastly, let's talk about gear mods. In the video on trash gear mods, I threw a tremendous amount of praise on generic mods because of how simplistic the whole system was. Generic mods may be a pain in the ass to acquire, but the generic mod system is the system we need. The day I released Stop Hoarding Trash Mods, Ubisoft announced that with Title Update 4, generic mods will no longer work with endgame gear. This also means we're stuck with the shit show that is the endgame gear mod system. Now, they did say they were making some changes. Unfortunately, these changes are not to the mods or the mod system, but rather the mod slots on gear. Nice shit fix, bro. Thanks, I hate it. So we'll still have a ton of systems within systems within systems when it comes to getting the right rolls on mods. The upside is we can freely slot mods without worrying about the whole system and protocol mod divide. Things would have been much better if they just did away with the divide, but whatever. Again, nice shit fix, bro. We definitely do not appreciate your hard work and effort. The check is not in the mail. So my advice would be to stick to the method I covered in my trash mod video. Offensive mods have weapon damage, utility mods have skill power, defensive mods have either health or armor. Weapon damage maxes out at 4%, skill power maxes out at 227, health maxes out at 15.3k, and armor maxes out at 11.8k. When you look at it this way, it's very simplistic and understandable. So with everything I just covered in mind, it's time to make an executive decision. And for me, any mod that is not near max value when it comes to its fixed attribute or does not have at least one decent random attribute is trash. Loot comes too fast in-game to hold on to nonsensical and non-beneficial gear mods. I'll be sure to link the video in the description below, as it's still pretty much the best way to sort mods until they stop being lazy and fix this nonsensical gear mod system. Lastly, I wanted to mention that before you deconstruct or sell the junk you've decided you don't need while sorting your gear, remember that some of that trash can be donated to projects in order to get your hands on some hidden blueprints and extra bounties. This is an easy way to help you give up something you've been holding on to, but you know for sure you don't play with. And like I always say, if you don't play with it, why are you hoarding it? So we've made it to the end of this addendum for the current Stop Hoarding series. As the game progresses, expect more of these. I will try to keep them short and to the point so you can get the information that you need and get back to playing the game you love. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching. Take care, everybody.